What's going on, Knuckleheads? Actually wanted to go over the scripture of the week. It happens to be Philippians 4:13. And how it reads is, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. I prefer the King James Version of the Bible. Whatever version you prefer, feel free. I'm not going to debate that with you on here. That's not my purpose of this. I just want to get this out there. Buddy of mine, Troy, shared this with me because my wife and I have been facing some challenges trying to get this ministry back off the ground because we were speaking in churches in the North Bay, in the San Francisco North Bay and East Bay area, up in Napa County and things like that, Marin County, Contra Costa County, in those areas. They're about 45 minutes to an hour and a half west of us because we're here in Lodi, California, in the middle of the quote-unquote New Napa. COVID shut it down. There were a lot of small churches that we were speaking at, and COVID shut it down. And when COVID opened back up, a lot of those churches had gone away or were absorbed into larger churches. So we've had a challenge of getting this off the ground. So I was sharing that with my buddy Troy, and I'll tell you a quick aside story with him. I actually met him when I was 12 or 13 years old in front of a restaurant in Manteca, California, where we grew up. He was walking by me, turned back and looked at me, and I thought I was, the head king honcho of machismo back then. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, "You want to throw?" And he looked at me like, "What? Are you nuts?" And he was with a friend. And I was like, "Yeah, man, you want to throw?" And he comes and he turns at me. My uncle comes out of it at that point in time. He says, "You guys get out of here. Just get out of here." And then I ended up running into him in high school about a year or two later, and I asked him about it. And then we ended up working together at Pietro's in Manteca. It's no longer there. It's an Italian restaurant in Manteca. And we used to crack up about that because that's how I met him. Well, anyway, he's encouraging me here because I messaged him on Facebook or on Messenger, and he's the one that gave me the scripture, Philippians 4:13. Why am I sharing this with you? Why am I sharing with you, my story with my buddy and with what my wife and I are facing? And we're facing some other challenges right now. It's because we're humans. You can see us on YouTube, and you can see us on Facebook, and you can see us on Twitter, and you can see us on oh, come on, help me here. Oh, our website, and you would think that we're the perfect couple. Everything's great. Everything's grand. We never face any challenges. The reality is that we can't do this without Christ. Our marriage would not have lasted as long as it has if it wasn't for Christ. My body has been damaged so many times from the time I was 16 years old when I broke my pelvis in a car accident, the time I was 13 years old when I ruptured my eardrum because I was being a dummy with my friends, and all the way up through my life. The heart attack in 2017, pancreatitis in 2008, kidney stones in 1997, just on and on and on and on and on. If it wasn't for Christ in my life, and Christ in my wife's life, and then Christ in our marriage, we wouldn't be where we are. We're blessed that we were born here in the United States. We're blessed in California, regardless of political climate. That's not what this is about. Regardless of the current social climate, it doesn't matter. We're blessed that we're born in the United States, that we have the ability to be free with our religion. Back then, people were killing Christians. Jews were actually hunting down Christians and killing them. Romans were killing Christians. And they were still writing this. As a matter of fact, Paul, who wrote this, I believe, if I remember correctly, he wrote this in prison. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've actually read the background story of Philippians. But still, he says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. And it's true. So if you find yourself today or this week or this month struggling, if there's something that you're facing that you're struggling, remember, give it to Christ. Cast all your cares upon him, for he careth for you. That's another scripture. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning, from Psalms. It could go on and on and on and on and on about encouraging scriptures, but cast it on to Christ. Get your strength from Christ. Don't try to do it on your own. When I try to do it on my own, it's a mess. It's a mess. But when I do it with Christ, it doesn't necessarily mean things are going to go smoothly or that I'm going to get, quote unquote, get my way. But it does mean that I'm going to be able to get through it because I'm using his strength and not mine. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, ways that this scripture has affected you in your life. Just would love to hear it. We're going to try to do this at least once a week, and I think the first one I said scripture of the day, but that can get a little challenging. But definitely at least once a week. Anyway, with that, I will say God bless you, and remember Philippians 4:13. Thank you for Troy for reminding me of that, because it's true. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.